Colin, obviously you've been out in Dubai now preparing for the group stages of the World Cup, which begin for yourself on Monday for the best part of a month. First of all, just how well are your preparations going?
Yeah, they're going pretty well. We finished the game against Oman today. We beat them by 4 wickets. It was quite a relaxed practice match where each team could, basically decide if they wanted to play 11 or play 15. It was quite flexible. But good to get a win nonetheless.
Yeah, a not outing for yourself as well. So confidence building heading into the first fixture, as I say, which takes place on Monday.
Yeah, I think that's the key, in these warm-up games is to get a bit of confidence from your performance and take it into the first game against Ireland on Monday. We've got one more warm-up game against New Zealand scheduled for Saturday, I think it is. And then it's all systems go for Monday.
Obviously, you took part within the qualifiers building up to the tournament in the past couple of years or so. Obviously, this is your first World Cup. First of all, how much of a privilege is it for yourself to be able to play on the biggest of stages?
Yeah, it's every cricketer's dream, I think, to play on the international stage. It feels like ages ago that we qualified back in 2019, but this team hasn't played together in a while. So a lot of their preparation was geared towards finding that cohesiveness again in the team. And I think we've definitely found that in the last couple of weeks in the preparation.
And just what are you expecting from the next month? So obviously it's something that you've never really experienced before. What are your expectations from the whole tournament itself and just being out there within the whole sort of bubble of the World Cup?
Yeah, it's going to be quite tough, I think. In our group, we've got Ireland, Namibia, and Sri Lanka to get through. So if we win 2 games there, it should see us through. But in saying that, Ireland are a good team, Namibia are also very good. So there aren't any easy games. So you don't have that time to find your feet. You've got to hit the ground running. Yeah,
just on that, obviously without giving too much away about the team's plans and so on, but what are Netherlands' expectations for this tournament? Obviously to get through to the Super 12, would that be sort of your first aim to then obviously progress through to the knockout stages?
Yeah, 100%. I think that's definitely our goal is to get into the Super 12 stage. Like I said, it's going to be, those 3 games are so crucial. They're going to be quite high pressure. So once we get through, those 3 games, hopefully then we can sort of settle into the tournament. But everything is on those 3 games to get through.
I suppose with the competition taking place out in the Middle East, I expect the hardest thing to adapt to is the heat. Obviously, I know we had a few games this season in 2021 in intense heat for English weather, but I can't imagine playing in 36, 37 degree heat. Have you found that?
Yeah, I don't think it's rained yet in about a year. There's no clouds whatsoever. It's 37, 38. That's been the biggest adjustment is adjusting to the heat. You constantly have to hydrate and get your fluids on board, and your recovery is also so important out here.
And also, what are the conditions like from a bowling and a batting perspective? What are the wickets like? Do they differ much from what you used to playing on?
Yeah, in the 2 warm-up games, the pitches have been quite slow. Also watching the IPL, it's quite tricky up front. You kind of have to backload it and try to score as many runs as you can towards the back end. So we expect the wickets to be quite slow. We're at Abu Dhabi for the Ireland game and against Namibia, and then at Sharjah against Sri Lanka. So Sharjah has also been quite low scoring recently, although it's a small ground, it is taking a bit of turn. So I think the key is going to have to be to adapt to conditions as quick as possible.
As you say, you've got one more warm-up fixture before your competition kicks off against Ireland on Monday. Just looking ahead slightly a bit too much, what are your expectations from the Ireland game?
Yeah, they're obviously a very good team, the Irish. They've got a few well-known cricketers in their ranks. So, it's going to be a tough game. Anything can happen in T20 cricket. So we're just going to have to, adapt and take it as it comes, really.